What's up? I'm going to show you how to make a plug-in synth like this sound like this. Using just guitar pedals, some tape echo, a couple other things. But basically, we're just reamping a plug-in synthesizer through some actual, guitar equipment, some other outboard gear to give it some life and bring some life into it, since it's all digital. So this is the Waves Element 2. I got this for $30. It's just a plug-in synth. Nothing crazy. I also just have like a Kai MPK 49 here. Just a regular old MIDI keyboard. So nothing crazy there. So that is just running this synth right now. I got like an arpeggiator going. Just something simple. I'm a guitar player. I don't really play synths that well, so I like to let the synth do all the work. So I got a cool patch. Definitely sounds cool. But I just wanted to bring some life into it, make it a little more, I don't know. I wanted to change it with what I had in my disposal here in the studio, which is a bunch of guitar pedals, some cool tape echo, and some outboard gear. So I think the end result, what I got, sounds pretty cool. So I'll show you the signal path real quick of what I got going on. Here's the synth coming out. This is just so I can record it back into Pro Tools. So the first track is just the regular synth here, which I recorded back in, just because I didn't really want to mess with MIDI, and I'm not doing anything to the grid. Nothing's quantized or anything like that. This is just for fun. So that's just the unaffected synth. And then I have the output of this instrument track sent to line 7 here. On my interface. So it's coming out of Pro Tools into my Reamp box, which is over here. So let's see. All right. So yeah, it's coming out of that Reamp box, and it's coming down here into a couple guitar pedals. We got right now I'm just using the plumes for the sound, but I got the Pharaoh there, the Alpha Haunt, the plumes, the haunting mids, and then Ibanez chorus. And then out of that, we're coming up here into the Space Echo RE150, and that's just a quick, super fast echo, just to give it some, some depth, some little 3D kind of-ness. Since the signal in the computer was stereo and then we're coming out of the Reamp box down to mono, I thought this would help give it a little more dimension. And then out of that, we're hitting over here into a direct box, and that direct box is then going into a mic preamp here, these DIY RE CP5. So they have a color module in them, which is a 15 IPS color module, which is, emulating the tape saturation of a tape machine running at 15 IPS. So I'm hitting that kind of hard to give it a little more crunch. And then I'm hitting a Trident EQ there, the first Trident EQ. And then we're coming over here back into a Pultec, the Warm Audio Pultec style EQ, just add some oomph, some low end. And then I'm hitting that Warm Audio 1176, just to kind of round everything out, give it a little more tight compression sound. And then that's going back into Pro Tools, and then I have a send coming out of Pro Tools to my Proverb 200, which is like this wacky 80s reverb, and that's coming back on the desk here, just so I can mess with the level of it, and turn it down or up whenever I want. So that's kind of like the route of the signal. So it's all digital in the computer, coming out through some guitar pedals, and then into a Space Echo, then into the mic pre with the tape saturation, 2 EQs, some compression, and then a little reverb. So all said and done. came out pretty cool. And once again, here's the original, which isn't bad. And I could have messed with the plugin too. You know, there's tons of stuff on here like distortion and delay, and you know, everything I did is kind of in here already. I could have messed with it. Same with like I could have just, you know, you see here I have that bypass that made inactive. The UAD raw, which is like essentially what I'm doing is, you know, that's just a guitar pedal. So sometimes I'll stay in the box and just run a fake guitar pedal through a synth to get a quick sound, and then, you know, later I'll run it through some real stuff just because it's, you know, you can really dial it in. But here's another example real quick. I thought this was a really wacky sound on the synth. But then I started messing with it and with some fuzz pedals and some reverb and everything, and it ends up sounding like, you know, like a crazy industrial kind of, almost like the band Health or something. So yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, just some cool stuff you can do, and you don't need, you know, crazy fuzz pedals or, you know, tape echoes or any of this outboard gear or anything. All you really need is a reamp box, a plug-in synthesizer that you like, and, you know, a couple guitar pedals, and you know, an interface with an in and out, and you can make, you know, something that you got for free in the computer, you know, have a little bit more life and kind of you know, makes it a little more unique sounding, gives it a little bit of a depth dimension. Less stale. So yeah, that's my tip for the day with synthesizers and some guitar pedals with a reamp box.